Today I'm going to demonstrate Klate Platform where you can deploy Kubernetes applications without struggling with Kubernetes setup. So what I'm going to show today is the login process, how to create a sample application and how to scale it. For that we have some prerequisite like Klate must be up and running, and the user we are going to use should already have permission in the platform. Further, the service we are going to deploy must have a SSL certificate generated. For that, we need to point a DNS record to our ingest load balancer, which is already up and running, which is part of Klate platform also. The image for that application must already exist in some kind of repository which we are going to configure, and some Helm chart, which is a standard way to deploy any application in Kubernetes, must also be prepared. So let's start. First, we are going to log into the cluster. So for that, we have to open this URL, which must be specific to any organization. Let's run this, and we are going to sign in. Enter your credential here, which are provided for any user. And just download this kubeconfig file. It's here. Download this into this demo folder or any standard path. Now what we are going to do is export this kubeconfig environment variable and export this file. Let's check if we have the access. Yes, it is working. Export this to all our terminals. We are going to use it in next steps. Now we create a demo namespace where we are going to deploy our application. Okay, now it is created. Now we are going to switch to this namespace so that we don't have to type the namespace again and again for each command. So now we have this type cluster. Now we check the pods, which must be empty right now in this namespace. Okay, that's good. Next step is to create a certificate issuer. I'm going to show you this. So basically this issuer will be responsible to create SSL certificate for the application. What it will generate, it will generate a certificate for this URL. This URL must already be in your DNS records, which must be pointing to the ingest load balancer, so that Let's Encrypt is able to find the file and issue the certificate. So now let's apply this file. We are going to create this issue. Let's check if issuer is ready or not to generate the certificates. It's ready. Now we are going to deploy this application using this command. For that I'll show you what values I am having. So this is the application Docker image. It is already installed in our ECR registry. Further, we are going to use this external Nginx load balancer so that this application is publicly available. Otherwise, if we want to expose it to only internal uh, audience, then we are going to use internal load balancer. For now, it is public. The issuer is what we have already created right now. So this is the name of the certificate issuer. And this is the host where the publicly facing application will be hosted. Auto scaling is already enabled for this application. So once the target CPU utilization goes beyond 50%, then it will scale up. It will deploy more replicas for this application. Deploys. Let's check also if the pods are getting created. Let's watch it. So basically there are no pods right now. It is showing empty. Let's watch for certificate also before deploying this application so that you can see it in action. Now let's deploy this application here. So this certificate is being generated right now. Once it is ready, then we'll see this container is restarted. Okay. Now certificate is generated. This certificate will be hosted in the Nginx load balancer for serving the HTTPS request. Let's hit this URL right now. Okay, so our application is hosted now. What it does is it performs some square roots so that CPU users gets up, and then it sends OK message to client side. Now let's scale this application by generating some load on this. We will see how it scales up. So we have this pod monitor already here. Let's watch some scaling for nodes also. So right now there are only 2 nodes. Once the scale goes up, it will provision more nodes. So this is the load generator command. Basically, it will just hit the application on this URL from inside. Now this load generator is being created. It has already started sending requests. It's printing OK for each request. And soon we will see when the target CPU utilization goes above 50%, then more pods will be launched. Let's just keep watching this tab. Now more pods are being launched. Once there are enough pods that it cannot be accommodated in the given 2 nodes, that will launch more nodes that are EC2 instances for scaling. Okay, now we see the pending pods that cannot be scheduled on the existing 2 nodes. So one more node will be launched very soon. Okay. Uh, Now we see one more node is coming up. As it is ready, these pods will be scheduled on. Okay. Now it is ready, and the containers are being created on this node. In this way, our application scales seamlessly. You can check this in Datadog monitor also. Let's see this here for this application. You can see how many pods are being launched in this dashboard. And here, this is the CPU users per pod. Right now, 10 pods are being run in this namespace to handle this application. This is the cluster monitor. So right now 30 pods are running on. It's not updated right now. It should be 3. You can see the state of all the pods. 20 pods. So this is the demo for this Klate platform. Thank you for watching.